the importance is, and I think what's lost on many people in the state is, and I've always tried to encourage the people here to ask them first, are you enjoying the product? And inevitably they'll say yes, it's their favorite event of the year. And then I say, close your eyes and imagine reaching into the box and there being no milk, there being no ice cream, there being no cheese, or other products that are, and it's dairy month, but the other products that our farmers produce in the state. We are fast approaching with the policies and the edicts and mandates we place on our agricultural industry of having the day come where we're importing products for Dairy Day anymore. And so I think that the importance of an event like this is to shed an awareness on people in Albany and across the state of the importance of agriculture, and to draw the connection between the food producers and the food we enjoy.
What are some of the things, in your opinion, that can be done to alleviate some of the issues that dairy farmers face every day in their state?
Well, I think dairy in particular struggle with a pricing mechanism that's not based on cost of production. And we have an expectation in this nation and state of cheap food first. But we, rather than support that programmatically or at the state or federal level, we place it solely on the backs of the producers. So we have a scenario where our producers are paying $17, $18 a hundredweight, which let's say is 7 or 8 gallons, and getting paid $13, $14 a hundredweight for the product. So they're losing on every time they produce a gallon of milk, they're losing money. And people don't appreciate that because as the price goes down, the price at the supermarket does not. And so that's being played out throughout the entire agricultural industry. So I think it's the pricing is a big part of it.
Is that more of a federal issue or a state issue?
The pricing mechanism is established federally. There's things the state can do to help bolster that. We currently only provide 35% maybe of our food needs. The state needs to address that. And so the state should take an active role. In terms of a regulatory environment, there's been much discussion of the Farm Labor Bill. The Farm Labor Bill fails to even begin to address the issues that the workforce raised as issues of concern to them, and instead it would have the effect of either reducing their ability to work or putting many of these farms out of business that are on the edge. So I think we have to look at, as with all businesses in New York, they suffer from an over-regulation, burdensome environment that does nothing to help them increase production, where at the same time they're crushed with a limited price that's not related to the cost that we add to the production process. I think that's where I will see the biggest problem. It's the twofold: regulations and the price that they're paying for the product.
And your district represents a lot of farmers.
My district is significant agricultural play, both dairy, horse industry, crop farmers, vegetable farmers, and they suffer all in very similar areas. And I think people should be really concerned, because if you look back over the history in the last 10 years of large foodborne outbreaks, they come from the major corporate farms that are producing hundreds of thousands of head of lettuce, not from the local farm produce that we have more control over. So we need to find a way to encourage the sustainability of those farms. And it comes to a lot of areas. For instance, we tried to perpetually regulate the use of herbicides, pesticides, but the problem with that is if we want to have increased production for cheaper food, they have to have a way to maintain and manage their crops. So we need to try to find a balance that is not just purely reactive or punitive toward the farmer.
Is there anything else you'd like to add in closing?
I'd like to thank all the dairy farmers who work so hard every day and largely go unappreciated in terms of, because people walk into the store, they buy their gallon of milk, they go home, and they're happy to have what they have. These people work hard. They milk literally the farm on our road. They go to work at 12:30 in the morning, and the lights are still on in the barn at 9 the next night. So it's really a major family operation, and most of these farms are that way. And they love their land, they preserve the land, they protect the land. We need to do something to ensure they stay in business.
Thank you.